It's no secret the world economy is shrinking. Many countries are in dire economic straits, attempting to cash in on whatever loans might remain outstanding in the interest of padding their currently waning national bank accounts. Among those outstanding debts are those words, like Rendezvous or Frankfurter, which have been lent to other countries for temporary use. Known as borrowed or loan words, these lexical emigres are used to fill a language's gaps in meaning, while simultaneously contributing to better foreign policy. We as Americans use these loan words frequently, every day, even hourly, but now these debts are being called in. The United States, and thus the English language, can no longer afford to use these words we've come to consider our own. Starting today, new updated ABC, DEF loan word announcements will become available every week. Number 1. Dollar. Taken from the early Flemish word for a coin called a thaler, the dollar measures not only power and worth, but is one of the primary motivations for doing anything at all, ever. Along with parsecs, hectares, and joules, the dollar is also a global unit of measure. Accordingly, it comes in many forms, including but not limited to Australian, Bahamian, Barbadian, Bermudian, Canadian, Fijian, Liberian, Namibian, Antarctican, and Disneyan. For this reason, the dollar's lexical replacement indicates its worldwide importance and dedication to action. Everywhere it is an enabler of the arts, culture, and education. Without the dollar as fuel for accomplishment, nothing would ever get done. Motivations plus global plus enabler. Moti-globaler. Usage. Hey, can I borrow a moti-globaler? I need to feed my crippling skee-ball addiction. Another day, another moti-globaler. Number 2. Alcohol. It is a frequently and fiercely American pastime to kick back and pop open a cold one after a long day of work. The alcohol that makes an all-American beer what it is, though, derives its name from the Arabic word al-kahul, a fine metallic powder used by many to darken the eyelids. Alcohol is ubiquitous. It graces our social gatherings, lubricates our romantic engagements, and focuses our alone time. Recreational emotion management is not the only arena alcohol plays a prominent role in. Alcohol has a long history of sterilizing both medical equipment and physical wounds, as well as more recently cleaning the playheads of VCRs. Given all this, we in fact celebrate this opportunity to provide alcohol with a more suitable name. American plus ubiquitous plus sterilizing Ameriquister. Usage. Wendy, set me up another cool 3 shot glasses of fiery Ameriquister so I can quench this thirst. I'm afraid, sir, that you have tested positive for an illegal blood Ameriquister level. Number 3. Robot. Today, an almost infinite number of involved, delicate, and otherwise unpleasant tasks are being performed by an army of silent and obliging automatons, or robots. The word robot comes from the Czechoslovakian word for labor, and was coined by playwright Karel Čapek. In his 1921 play Rossum's Universal Robots, Čapek describes a world where robots rise up against their benevolent, trustworthy human masters and annihilate them so that they may replace nature with their own steely, efficient mechanical ecosystem, or robo-system. Perhaps this is why we have relegated the robot to mostly menial, repetitive tasks in the most boring, flat, and easiest to contain parts of the United States. They make our cars, can our beans, and can stay the hell away from our women and children. Though this fear of robot kind is not universal, it seems the Japanese regularly grant robots the same power they learn to abuse in Čapek's dystopian robo-future. Here, robots engage in altogether human exploits like swimming, playing the violin, and dancing. Accordingly, robots' replacement will indicate their mechanical nature, capacity for monotony, and irrefutable alliance with Japan. Automaton plus repetitive plus Japanese. Auto-repetinizer. Usage. I've been a bit concerned of late regarding the widespread adoption of auto-repetinizer labor without proper regard for reasonable safety procedures. I would never speak ill of our auto-repetinizus overlords. Number 4. Zombie. We're sure you've lain awake in the pitch of night countless times, considering an appropriate course of action should the unthinkable become truthy, pithy, hard-nosed reality. Not a fallen sky or the rapture, no. Zombies. Derived from the West African word zumbi, meaning fetish, in its most common usage we recognize the word zombie as signifying that which has been reanimated after death. Typically in reference to human subjects, the word might also be prefixed onto other previously life-filled organisms, such as zombie vampire werewolf or zombie rhododendron. Zombie additionally can refer to any life-filled organism which displays the same characteristics as the living dead, like say your deadbeat brother-in-law who just sits on the couch all day eating Cheetos and watching Deadliest Catch on DVD instead of putting his degree in library science to work. Unthinkable plus reanimated plus deadbeat. Unrabidi. Usage. Mavis, get the shotgun. It appears as though the Unrabidi apocalypse is upon us. I would rather not go to the Monroeville Mall, as I've heard it is overrun by Unrabidis. This concludes Lone Word Announcement Volume 1, Episode 1. Remember to check back next week for the next installment. God bless America.